Hey friends, it's Stephanie from Behind the Designs, and today I am going to be doing a much awaited flip through of my 2024 Happy Planner, my classic Happy Planner. I have my mini. I don't know if I'm going to flip through it all, only because I do keep some personal things in here that obviously I don't want to put out on YouTube. No offense to YouTube, but I do have this all ready to go, I believe, and we're just going to kind of dive right in. So I'm going to set this aside. Both of these, before I get started, are from the not Fresh Fields, Tiny Florals. So I loved these two covers, and as you know, I picked up a ton of expander discs for this very reason. While this one I could have probably gotten away with putting it on classic, I may still add some things in here. Again, I don't know, so I wanted to make sure that I was covered. So I put it on expanders. It did have, let me think. It did have, I think it had plastic classic discs. I don't even remember. And the mini is the same, again, Tiny Florals, but it had these beautiful mint discs that kind of went with the cover. And as you know, minis don't come, at least I haven't seen any that I recall, they don't come with anything like the year on it. You know that I like to file or archive my planners with the year cover. It's just a thing. It's not required, it's not necessary, it's just something I like to do. So there is not one though for the mini, unfortunately. And I don't know, I may reuse this cover. I really loved this set. And I love the mint. It's kind of a spring day, and you know, the sun's been shining, struggling to get warm. And so, you know, I'm all about the spring stuff right now. I have some potential changes coming up to, you know, my planner mix, but more to come on that. If anything develops further, you'll be the first to hear. So I'm going to set my mini aside, and we're going to dive into the classic. So again, it should be a short video because you've mostly seen everything in here other than the writing. So this here is, as I said, was the Tiny Florals. And I use my Dymo label maker to create a label of the name of the planner. I just like to have it there, you know, if I reference it back. Not that it matters too much in this situation, because 2024 for me was, let's see, 4 different planners. So I'm going to talk you through what I've done as I go through it. So in between what is the, let me get the last page here. This one. Okay, so in between these calendar pages, I did place my 2024 goals packet. Normally I keep these in a goals notebook or binder. And I've recently decided I think I'm going to take out each of the years and put them into the calendar year archive planner, as opposed to keeping all the goals in one spot. At first it seemed like a cool idea, but then I was like, you know, if I go back to whatever, 2021, you know, I can kind of look back, see what my goals were, that kind of thing. So I am going to be pulling those out, putting them in their respective planner. But for now, this is what it's going to look like. In between each of the name page and the other half of the calendar, which, as you know, leads right into the perpetual calendar, or it's really an annual calendar. So in between there is where I'm going to be putting all my goals. So these are 2024. And I'll just flip quickly. I had some goals, some of the sheets I did that on film. You know that I did my quarters on the Girl with Goals. It's a notepad. I punched it. Each one has a quarter on it. And what I did was basically write down what my goal was, write my steps that I could do, that I think I could do weekly, monthly, daily. Sometimes they worked, sometimes they didn't, but I always had it to reference back to. So that much I like. That being said, going into now this year, 2025, we are 3 months into this year, and I'm kind of discovering I don't really have this. So I was working on my goals, but I never really did this packet. So I think I'm going to be getting that set up because I'm kind of lost without it. So here is the calendars. Sometimes I use them, sometimes I don't. Last year I did not use them because, as you know, although I had this really pretty planner chosen, I then at some point changed into this mindset of going with the girl with goals. I was setting it up for business, and so I did about 4 months worth in Girl with Goals. It's a lot of writing. We all have our planners, we all have, time constraints, and it just was a lot to write in. So you'll see as I start getting in March, April, it kind of gets sparse because I just ran out of time. So in my month, over here, I was kind of keeping it for ideas. My month is set up so that I would always record the videos that I was, when I took them. And then I would highlight Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays because those were the times that I tried to do my videos. I have in the Girl with goals pages. There's a top priority list, task list. Task lists for me are kind of hit and miss. Like I'll start using them because they're kind of like that inbox, and then I kind of trail away. So you can see trail away. So it's a hit and miss. I was kind of in influx last year, and I kind of feel the same way this year. There's a lot going on behind the scenes where just trying to figure it out. Liking my planners, but I'm feeling in conflict with something, and I don't know what that is. So that's why I said there may be things coming. If they develop, I will share them with you. But last year, having had 4 planners, it was a lot. And it was, meaning I changed planners because as I got through April of the Girl with Goals, it just got to be too much and I had to pare that down. So again, we'll get into that. Let me finish doing a little flip. Again, most of these follow-up pages I didn't complete because I'm of the mindset that if I had something, again, for me in this planner, having this task list, that kind of for me was this, meaning I can completely see what I have and haven't finished. And this is just me rewriting it. And again, I just didn't have time for that. Great pages, great layout between the focus and the follow-up, but I just didn't use follow-up. I mostly use this page for projects. I tried to group them, kind of keep me focused on my projects. I did do minimal decorations for 2024 in the Girl with Goals. You can see, again, some pages in January are sparse. Minimal decoration, I threw some washi tape. It really was more focused on the information and the data as opposed to the decoration. And then, again, follow-up page, projects. I do like these page for projects. I do like that. So that's something sticking in the back of my mind. So here was a nice winter theme, January. I do love how this came out. But see how for me, the time thing, like, if I work on the blog and I put an arrow, to me, it makes sense. And there's continuity between the pages, but the time thing it doesn't work for me. Okay. So again, follow up, I did write a few things down because I was finding that I was missing doing these. So I did do some here, again, projects. Now, the last 2 pages, I don't think I have a blank one to show you, but basically it's lined pages, fully lined. And what I did was I made the left side my income and then the right side my expenses. It was purely, I just drew in some lines, put some headers in, and I recorded the information. So all of those pages are paper clipped. Going into February, I do love the page prior the upcoming projects. I do like that. So I kind of, was really diligent about trying to fill this in. Going into February, I did kind of a whole theme, which were these flowers. All the Live Love Posh. It was kind of like, not all purple, but like some pink. So you'll see that. I loved how it came out. Again, love the goals pages. Probably maybe the setup of how it was a little off for me. But, again, that's the point about planning. Priority list. Again, you can see to-do list is blank. But the point of planners is to basically, at least for me in my mind, planning and planners, the function of using them is really to calm and organize the chaos in your head. So it's kind of, really a brain dump. These are the things I need to do. Sometimes you can schedule them into the month or the week or what have you. But for the most part, it is a brain dump in its entirety. So the format in which you do it is purely up to you. Everyone has a different feeling of how they like to organize that chaos, let's say. And, I do like the classic size. You'll know once I get to the end. I did go into a mini. I'm still in the mini. But I did start back up the classic, and maybe that's why. I'm just feeling indecisive at this point. So I'm going to be doing some things in the background. You'll hear if I do it. But I'm going to try to keep and maintain both of them and see what it is that's causing it. And, are these systems working for me? So back to the flip. You know me, chat. So here was my February with all the purple. This was my birthday week, and I love all the purple. This was my most favorite spread, and or month really, and I just loved all of the purple. And again, sad, I had this, follow-up page. I did fill a little in projects. Sadly, I did not get, because I kind of really jumped into things, I didn't get a whole lot done. Or I got a lot done in February, I just didn't record it. So then we have, again, projects. They're pretty standard. And this is where I kind of went into the pink. Loving February. Follow-up, I had Fresh Start March. I was planning for that. And so, again, some more purple. Love. Didn't get much done on these 2 pages. And then I had my income and expense on the back. March projects. And again, I almost did them the months in the theme of either, seasonal or holiday. So January, snowflakes. February was purple because that's my birth month. And March is kind of that, plus February is Valentine's, so that's where the pink came in. March is green for St. Patrick's Day. April, I kind of went astray, but I did put in a week where it was kind of Easter themed. So, I've got all the beautiful Live Love Posh flowers going on. I threw in some Happy Planner stickers. Again, goals, priority. I kept the green theme, as you can see. And then we get into the first week. Nothing got recorded. I couldn't tell you what happened, but I did do work. It just didn't get recorded or pre-planned. Follow-up projects. Like I said, with the Girl with Goals, it's pretty standard. I stuck with the formats that were there and I worked within them. Again, busy, didn't get it done. And this is life. This is the point about planning where, not always are you going to have time to do it. So, you got to give yourself some grace. Don't drive yourself crazy that you didn't get it done. And just go with it. This is real life. It just didn't happen. And I don't worry about that. So again, went into St. Patrick's Day. I think that was this week. Yeah, the weeks in here. So the holidays, right, and the weeks didn't come in the Girl with Goals. The Girl with Goals extension packs were all undated. So St. Patrick's Day was, yes, 17th. Again, pages. And then I kind of went into a softer green, keeping the same format idea. Now I get to the end here and I decided, rather than doing, I think, the timed week, I decided to pull in a different planner spread, I think. Did I do it? Let me see. I think I lost some pages or something, because I think I had started using this once way back in the past. So for some reason I had to bring in outside pages and white them out. So it's still the Girl with Goals time theme. I just don't exactly remember why. And then, if you couldn't tell, this was the fun Easter peep week that I did. And I had so much fun decorating this. I love the soft colors, the, Easter stuff, spring. And again, there's the backside. All I did lose was, no, I think maybe I separated it. I had to fill in the week. So project pages, and then again, there is the income and expense pages, which I can't show you. April projects, and then here, I decided to, instead of doing the projects page, I did keep it for April, but then I also threw in my goals pages. Now this is where, so from April to May, it was really sketchy with the planners because I was still using Girl with Goals, but I was also using Tiny Florals, hence the Girl or the Goals page. So this is my printable from the shop. You can grab this. There's actually 2 different printables like this, Goals pages, and you can get those in the shop. But I set up my goals using my printable. I also kept my projects. And then I went into the month using Girl with Goals. I used both planners. So here's what I did before I came on to do this. It took a bit of time. I condensed it into 1 month. So as you can see, you get to May and there's 2 Mays because there was just too much information to try and condense down into one tab. So I kind of just left them both in there. But this was still Girl with Goals. I condensed everything into this one. Priority and goals, task list. Again, pretty standard. I was using some of the old stickers, OG stickers. I didn't even do anything here. Again, you can see it starts getting a little sparse. Again, nothing, which is a shame because I love these pages. Then I started getting truly functional, just write it in there. Just get it in there. Again, yes, April and May was quite a challenge to get through. And I'm preparing this, getting it all put onto expanders. The current planner that I have has the white discs on it. This planner, now that I remember, when I archived it, had the white discs. I took them off to put on the current planner I'm using, and that's why I use these expanders. But it's, I got other things I need to jam in here, so I'll fill this up. But April, May, it was a tough one. May projects, again, I pulled in the goals page that I had set up for Tiny Florals. So what I did was I kind of separated each of the planners out, just, again, my thing. And what I did, I'll show you both. May had 2 calendars. I did completely ditch Girl with Goals in May. I have 2 planners, Tiny Florals and Fresh Fields, that I started to use for May. And I'm just going to flip through both quickly and you'll see. So in this page, I was testing out an idea. This was a page I decorated. Let me try and get these out of the way. I decorated this, on a video, and I went back to the monthly because I really do love the monthly layout. And I was testing out an idea of doing more videos, which I must have been crazy because I tried it. It's intense, and I wasn't getting other things done. So I kind of had to forego that idea. But I did give it a go. I added in, just a few notes. I had my monthly layout, which I love. I didn't even write anything in projects. Again, a lot of the times being a single person to a business or to a name, there's only so much I can do. So sometimes my planner suffered because I was actually doing the things, but I wasn't able to pre-plan it or get it in the planner. So it's a shame, but it is what it is, as you can see. Again, this is life. Sometimes you just can't fill it in. And I just, I went with it. So in this month, you can see I kept the pages in here, but I did not fill in this month. I inserted the monthly layout along with the checklist layout, but I didn't write in this one. I mostly wrote in the other one. So let's get to that. A few here. Let's see. Okay, so here we have the goals for May, which I didn't fill in because I had already done it here. So then we start into fresh fields, and in these months I write for 2023. Again, this was 23-24, and for 23 I wrote down the goals I wanted to kind of look at, and then in 24 on that side I wrote in kind of the things I was thinking of reaching for in 2024. So that's what I use those pages for. I did not keep any more of these pages. Again, I'm going to pull out the ones from May that I didn't use because I don't see the point in it. As you can see, I started that whole concept again, gave up on it. This particular planner is a dashboard. So this is where I kind of really was working in it, filling it in. And as I was kind of pulling this together for this video, it kind of had me realizing that, let me think how I want to say this. It had me questioning or wondering the level of information that I'm putting into my planners. Meaning when I use my planners, I'm using them to plan content. Mostly my personal things are in my Google Calendar, but I will, make a tickler note in the planner for it, like if it's to do bills or whatever. But I was doing a mix of personal and business and, Google Calendar, and I realized it's a lot. It's a lot that I was doing. I was switching planners, trying to find what worked for me that year, wanting to try all the things. So it really put me in, unfortunately, a bad mindset, because now I'm like, what is, wrong with my current system? Is there something wrong? Was this too much? Was it not enough? I'm an influx. So I did miss a few videos, mostly for personal life. I take care of that first. But after that, it was just needing a break. I needed some time to figure out what it is I'm doing. So as you can see, June is plain. We go back into a dashboard. So I had them all. I had hourly, I had dashboard. Again, no decoration other than mild liners. And then, even after those 3 planners, I then pulled in another planner. Some of it is, you get in this mode, I got them, I want to use them. So there was an element of that in there, but I kept having to reshuffle what it was I was doing and how I was doing it. So I don't know if that was a good thing. So this one here is Chinscore Flowers. It is, I believe, a dashboard. I don't even remember. Let's see. Okay, these are the perpetual calendars. I decorated this page, but then I kind of started doing this. And this was when I was doing my goals sheet in the goals planner. So that was the pink faux leather cover with the pink discs. And I kind of decorated it to the theme of, let me get back there. You can see what I mean. So this was what? July. So was that third quarter? One more. So in case you hadn't noticed, I had done my quarterly tab or my quarterly reviews in the theme of the Planner Girls. So there was Miss Maker, Dream. I always forget that one. I don't know. Daydreamer. And then Socialite, and then Goal Getter. So this sheet was decorated to go with this look. So it doesn't match this planner, but it did have a purpose at the time I was doing it. But I took it out of the goals planner, put it in here, as I'm going to do with all of them. My goals planner will now be put away. So I will be only using the things that are in the planner. So again, didn't get much filled out. Same here, very sparse. I think July, let me just flip because I'm pretty sure I did decorate a couple weeks. I did write a few things in. July is tough because at the end of last year, we were also working on literally revamping our wraparound front porch. So it goes all along the front, down the side, has a half gazebo on the side. And the posts and the floorboard, everything had to be redone. And so we kind of started that late July and into August. And that was a chore. It was labor intensive. It was a lot of work. I'm not going to lie. So that's why you see the sparseness in July into August. This was, again, a dashboard. For this, stuck with purely highlighter. I did decorate using a kit on one of the weeks, but I actually didn't end up liking the kit. So it is what it is. It's stuck down now. Content, plans. Sometimes I wrote them in. Oh, remember this day. I'll remember because it's on August 28th. Remember the big, ugly spider? I swear it had, 10 legs. Yeah, I still never found it, and I'm afraid sometimes of where I might pull open a box or something, it's going to be there. Yeah, I never found him, but you can see my little exclamation point I made into a spider because I'm kind of glad I didn't see it again, but yeah, he needs to go away. All right, so then I had my September. I kind of felt revitalized, jumped back in. I loved this look as well. And I kind of like how it went with the colors of the tab. So this is from also, I think, Chintz Core Flowers, yes. So Chintz Core went to November. We'll talk more about that. So here's September. Again, I decorated it. I did write some things in, but there's a lot I did not. And then I got to the weeks and I kind of fell by the wayside again. Highlighter and markers were my friend that month. October, same thing. I decorated this and this. I wrote them in. There is some similarity between what's here to what's here, but again, no worry there. This is the other printable. So this is a goals printable with a tasks list in there as well. So that's the other printable in my shop. I printed off my 40 inspiring fall bucket list ideas, and I was highlighting the ones I kind of did for that season. Then we go into the month. Loved how it was decorated. I mostly got it filled in. Plain. I did decorate. I love these pumpkins. Again, just kind of letting it kind of marinate with what I'm trying to get across about how planning is to organize the chaos, but when there's so much chaos going on, it could be hard sometimes. And I just want to show you that's real life, I mean, I just didn't have time to fill it in. So I am not a perfect planner person. Would I like to be? Absolutely. But I don't have the time to sit and make sure I write in every day. If I get the work done, I get the work done. That's all that matters. I would love to fill in my planner, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. Same thing for November that I did in September and October. I did the currently page. I included my monthly goals. On this month, though, I did not do the tasks on the back. Now, once October came about, September, October, that was when I started really getting into the mini. So, prior to that, I had, uh, done, I use this as personal, let me say that. So by the time I brought it into the fold, it became a full setup using mostly Happy Planner and then Jane's Agenda. And so I kind of was working with it, trying to find that thing that works for me. And so in the beginning it was personal, then it kind of molded into both personal and work. The mini, it has pluses and minuses. No system, it seems, is perfect. I know, there's the people who talk about finding planner peace. I am just unfolding these. My pages got all bent up. People will, talk about the planner piece and, this, long journey to try and find it for themselves. And I've just come to the realization that I don't know if there truly is, at least for me, I'm not speaking for everyone, planner piece, meaning I am a planner, I guess you could say enthusiast, meaning I like to try different things. When one thing doesn't work, I'll pull something else in. No one system has really captured me. I have used Happy Planner since about 2016, I think. But there are periods in those planners where it's blank, just as you saw. And it is that more that I love to plan and I love to decorate and I mold the two, but ultimately I just like to get to work. And so I will try different systems to find out which one works best for me. But it's really what works best for me in that season, because where I was in 2016 is not where I am now. So, things change and your system has to change with you. And I mean, I've tried the bullet journals, I tried Stology, which is a form of bullet journal, bound books. Sometimes it's the excitement of you start it, but then something happens and you don't follow through. So it's really up to you to just determine, what was it? Was it the planner? Was it the system? Was it the layout? So there's a variety of reasons. And right now for me, the only thing I truly need to plan is business and content. So, yeah, that has kind of affected my current state with my planners. So again, more to come as I figure it out. I will continue status quo, and we'll just kind of journey through that together. So going into November, I really, I'll admit, so past, and here I put a note, telling me, I'm going to go back to that one page in a minute, but here it's telling me, because there's nothing on here, this is when I started using the mini entirely. So December is all in here. In November, there's parts of November and December all in here. And so nothing else is going to be in here. So let me go back to this. I just want to talk quickly about this spread. I love how this one came out, again, with the pumpkins. And I use these blocks up here to just jot down a note of thankfulness. And I have to say, I love my first box, which is, I am thankful for all of you who are subscribers and viewers of my channel. It's really you that I do all this for. I try and show you the real life planner, as opposed to, here's my planner, and I've sat for hours writing in it. Is it a great planner to look back on? Sure. But I don't like to extend out a paragraph if really I can summarize it in 2 words, you know, that kind of thing. So, and you're going along this journey with me, creatively, you know, planner wise, in all of it. So I am thankful for you. And I just want to give you a shout out right now, since I'm in that November month of thankfulness. And then, just as another side note, I actually gave thanks for my eyesight because I am able to see all the beauty of fall around me. So, you know, these are just little things that make a difference to me. So I just wanted to share this because these 2 systems were great. I do love Happy Planner. I do love the disc system. I love my Jane's Agenda setup. But you know, I'm kind of, as I look back in this and I found all the differences, I'm in a moment, let's say. I'm in a moment of what is it I'm doing with my planning? What is working? What isn't? Or is it just me? So, more to come on that. You'll discover whatever I discover if it's worth bringing it into the fold. But this is a complete flip through of my 4 Happy Planner system in 2024. And my mini, which again, I can't flip through just because it has a lot of personal things in there. And now it's ready for archive. Both of them will be archived together. And I'm done with 2024. So on to 2025. We're in it. It's still March. And we're going to see where it goes, right? We're going to see where this journey leads us. So I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And if you like this video, I hope you hit the like button. If you want to see more videos of mine, hit the subscribe button as well as the bell icon so that you know when I post my next video. Thank you for watching.